Welcome to class, everybody. My name is Ellen. I'm really happy you're here today, and I'm so grateful to everybody who continues to check in and utilize all the resources that are out there for us to manage all of the stress and continual changes that are happening in our lives right now. So it's May, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I've been thinking a lot about that. First of all, because I'm not sure if I shared with you guys that part of my background is teaching these skills in behavioral health units, inpatient and outpatient units, for a healthcare system near where I live. And I bring that up because I worked in their integrative health department. And the reason why we taught these skills, why we taught these tools, was because of the science that proves their efficacy to help us with our mental health and well being, as well as our physical health and well being. So, Mental Health Awareness Month, it's toward the end of May now, and I'm hearing a phrase popping up all the time now: quarantine fatigue. And I realized, oh my gosh, that's what's happening, right? We've been quarantined for quite a while now. We don't know when the end is in sight, certainly for my part of the country where I live. And we need to acknowledge that feeling and those feelings and continue to do things to take care of ourselves, because you matter, I matter, we all matter, and we need to be able to continue to move forward and to remain as healthy and as optimistic as we can during these continually changing times. So my coaching tip for today is, if you are experiencing quarantine fatigue, or if you know somebody in your family or a neighbor or a friend, it's important that we acknowledge how we're feeling. And it's important not only that, but that we allow people the space to talk about how they're feeling without trying to change them, um, or trying to say, oh, you don't have it as bad as so and so, right? Because we're all entitled to the feelings that we have. Our lives are unique, and we need to be there for each other, to support each other. And most importantly, we need to be there for ourselves. Okay. So, the coaching tip, if you are feeling quarantine fatigue, okay, acknowledge it. And then my other tip, something else I suggest, is if you're feeling certain times are more challenging than others, or certain days of the week are more challenging than others, please make a list of things that you need to do to take care of yourself, and a list of things that you can do for yourself that make you feel good. Right? Make a list and maybe even put a little checkbox next to it. So if going out for a walk is something that makes you feel good, put it on that list and check it off when you do it, right? If watching your favorite home improvement show makes you feel good, put that on the list, okay? And use a list format to refer to during those days and times where you might really be feeling that quarantine fatigue, okay? So utilizing that technique, I want to remind you of just a very easy breathing practice that we can do to help us, again, give us space and time, and also meet us where we're at and how we're feeling. Okay. And it's as simple as shifting attention to your breathing and allowing the breath to flow a little bit more deeply. Okay. So for this practice, just sit down, lie down, stand up, whatever you want. Okay. Now, if you want, you can place your hand on your belly, okay, to bring your awareness to your abdomen. Alrighty. Now, with your attention on your belly, we're going to start to bring awareness to breath. Okay, so you can breathe in and out through your nose or your mouth, or a combination. And remember, there is pollen flying all around. So if you're feeling any congestion or a tickly throat, you may want to breathe in and out through your mouth, or a combination. So please honor and respect how you're feeling with your breath work today. Okay. So with the hand on your belly, stand or sit as tall as you comfortably can. And as you breathe in and out, imagine that your belly is a balloon. All right. So what we want to do is as you inhale, let your belly expand out towards your hand. And as you exhale, gently draw your abdominal muscles in. Okay. Now we don't want to squeeze the abdominal muscles. We just want to very gently draw the navel back. So imagine you're inflating a balloon and deflating the balloon. So I'm going to turn to the side and I'm going to demonstrate, and you can see how my hand presses forward as I breathe in and moves back as I breathe out. So I'm going to stop talking for a minute and demonstrate. Here we go. And I'm going to do that one more time. Let's keep doing that a few times. Now, here's a tip. If it's hard to move your body that way, which it really may be if you've never done that before, another way to practice is lie down on your bed or on the floor and bring attention to the belly and feel the belly pressing down toward the ground. And that may help you bring more awareness to this area. Okay, so let's do that 2 or 3 more times. And if it's not comfortable, don't do it. Here we go. When you're ready, breathe and let that belly expand out. How about one more time? Now we're going to do a layering technique. Okay, so with stress management, there's all these different techniques and you can practice them individually or you can layer them. So what I'm going to encourage you to do now is focus on your breathing. Now, if you want, you can continue with the belly breathing, right? If that's not comfortable, just breathe in a more natural rhythm, okay? But this time, as we practice those belly breaths, I also invite you to count to yourself as you inhale and as you exhale. It doesn't matter what number you count to as you breathe in and breathe out. What I want you to do is we're combining, we're layering, counting and breathing. And why do we do this? Because it helps shift our attention inward. It helps us shift our attention away from things that cause us worry, anxiety, stress. And it also sends those signals to the nervous system that all is well. Right? We want to keep doing it every day, all day, as long as we possibly can. Okay, so I'm going to keep my hand on my belly to bring awareness, and quietly in my mind, as I practice belly breathing, I'm going to count to myself as I breathe in and breathe out. So let's do that. Maybe 2 or 3 rounds of breath. So here we go. When you're ready, breathe in. When you're ready, breathe out. And about one more time. All right, now relax your arm down. Now, I forgot to say something. I forgot to invite you to close your eyes if you wanted to, okay? So if you practice this again, which I encourage you to do, maybe practice with your eyes closed, right? And again, why do we do that? It helps relax these little muscles. It helps bring our attention inward, okay? And very often with eyes closed, it can just help us shift and pivot a little bit easier. So coaching tip for today, if you are experiencing quarantine fatigue, acknowledge it and utilize our skills and our tool of making a list of things that you like to do or things that you and things that you need to do every day to take care of yourself. And make a little checkbox next to it. And when you're having a hard time, it could be a hard day, it could be a hard hour, go to that list and do something on that list. So again, examples could be get outside, go for a walk. It could be just standing up at your front door. Right? It could be watching your favorite TV show. It could be calling a friend. It could be checking in on a neighbor. It could be as simple as brushing your teeth, changing out of your pajamas, right? See how that makes you feel, okay? And then utilizing our stress management tool of breath awareness, belly breathing, counting. So we're layering all of these techniques together to help shift, to help signal to our nervous system that all as well and to help us navigate through these feelings of quarantine fatigue. All right, everybody. So please feel free to share this information with your friends, your family, your coworkers. If you have any comments, if you want to leave them for me, I'd be happy to reach back out. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, so be well, everybody. Bye bye.